Hello. Welcome back, guys. I don't know if you can hear me, but yes. So, welcome back to Kabulu with Rajiv. It's been a week, I guess. I think the loss in Adelaide has caused quite a shock. It wasn't a shock, to be honest, but I got sick after that and couldn't do the video. So yeah. So welcome back to Kabulu with Rajiv. Today we'll be talking about the previous match, the result of the previous match, and then what we can expect in a few hours, to be honest. Like, because the match is going to start at around, I think, 3 a.m. 3 a.m. for us. So, oh sorry, it's not 3 a.m. It starts at 1:20 a.m. So definitely we'll be watching the first couple of sessions at least. So yeah, important match tomorrow. Series is tied at 1-1. Let's talk about the second match, or else let's wait for a couple of minutes. If anybody's watching, please let me know if the stream is good, the audio is good, and just ask any questions if you have. So yeah, I don't know, I started immediately, but yeah, let's wait for a couple of minutes. Let's see if anybody's joining, and then we can continue with the main topic. How's everybody? I don't know. I was thinking of doing more lives, and let's see if people are interested. Definitely people join for the cricket lives. I'm just wanting to see if anybody else is interested for other kinds of topics as well. Maybe cinema or books or writing. So yeah, things like that. And since the new year is around the corner, we always do so many kinds of new shit to just please ourselves, to make ourselves feel new and good when our old lives are as shitty as ever. So yeah, let's see where it goes. Yes, let's come back to the topic. Let's first talk about second match at Adelaide, the pink ball test, which India lost by 10 wickets. It was not a happy thing to watch, because after the Perth test we were expecting India to come back. I mean, India to do well, but Australia made a strong comeback. It also comes down to the fact that Australia plays a lot more pink ball tests, and they are far more equipped to play the match well when compared to India. But again, that is not an excuse. But the way the batters have played, it wasn't convincing enough. Because there was nobody wanting to stay at the wicket for a long time, and at the end of the day, it was again Nitish Reddy who had to do the top score for the whole batting lineup. So if you are depending on a one test or two test old batter, then it is definitely a bad thing for the batting department. Coming to the bowling, I think we've lacked support to Bumrah. All the good work that he does is being evaporated at the other end. I feel like that, and probably that might cause some changes for the next test. We don't know whether that will happen or not, but that seems to be the case, because Bumrah is the only guy who's putting in the hard steps. Siraj is doing too much, but unfortunately there are no results, because if you don't take the wickets, there is no point of all your efforts, like how many overs you bowled, how many on the trot you bowled. Like these are the things that doesn't seem to come up to the like front page. So it has to be a collective effort from the bowlers, like they did in the first innings in Perth. India needs that kind of a performance. And yeah, I think Travis had played an excellent innings. It was one of the most exciting innings, you should say, because when he came around, I think they were 3 down and I think 30 or 40 behind. And once he started playing his natural type of batting, he took the game away from India, which was very evident all the time he played. And credit to him that he always finds a way to outscore or play well against India and eventually get the result in Australia's favor. And clearly it was only one guy who has played well, and that one innings has changed the complete complexion of the match, and eventually Australia won. But again, credit to their bowlers as well, Scott Ball, and whenever he comes in as a replacement, he does his job. He takes the wickets, he gives nothing away, and he takes wickets, and then eventually he'll be left out because either Josh or Mitchell Stark or Cummins, they come back and they have to replace Boland with them. So I think in one way I feel sorry for Boland, but he does the job pretty well. So I think that kind of rapport is there among them, that he knows that he has to fill in the spot when somebody gets injured, and he does the job excellently. Mitchell Stark was good in the first innings. Like if you give him a pink ball, he'll sleep and bowl you out. That is the kind of performance that he'll deliver. And then in the second innings, actually Pat Cummins did an excellent job. He was like the captain leading from the front after the first match loss in Perth, which was never unheard of. But yeah, Australia did what Australia does all the time. They don't give you too many opportunities, and this time they took the opportunities and then just devastated or shattered India's hopes, now making it 1-1, which will be an excellent series right now. Okay, sorry, I've been going on for a long time. Hello Aryan Malik, how are you? I think Akashdeep will play next game. Yeah, I think so. I would have wanted Akashdeep to have played the pink ball test, because Akashdeep is a more swing kind of a bowler. He zips through the wicket, so I think Akashdeep had a better chance of playing in pink ball test. But I don't know what the think tank is thinking about, because I think Harshit Rana after the first match hasn't done pretty much. The problem with the new guys is to settle down for the line and length that you want to bowl, and after that you have to stick with that irrespective of whether the batsman is going or not. And if the batsman is going, you have to make your own plans to counter the run scoring there, which didn't happen actually, and that is where the problem with the newcomers has been. And unfortunately for Harshit Rana, I think that didn't happen, and Travis had attacked him easily when he was trying to bowl short, which is a strong area. So I think if you're bowling to his strength, you're in some way, looking for chances to be scored at. So I think that is where India lost the plot. They gave too many balls to him where he could hit easily. There was no pressure. I think we need to talk about the captaincy of Rohit Sharma and several points during the match. During the bowling innings, I think we needed that firepower that we saw in the first test. Maybe that was not there, which I think I spoke about before the match, because when Rohit does the captaincy, I think he does take some time to react to how the batters are playing. He thinks that the wicket will come, like eventually if we do the good things, the wicket will come, but which usually happens in ODIs and T20s, where if you bowl a couple of dots or if you bowl a couple of maidens, you will eventually get a wicket. But in test matches, you have to make sure that you're not giving the opposition any chance to get away from the position that they are in. So I think that was where India lost its plot, because on the second day when Travis Head came into the innings, I mean, I think the first session of second day, I think Bumrah only bowled 4 overs out of the 28 or 29 that India bowled. I think that is where we lost, because Bumrah took the wicket of Usman Khwaja, I guess, or I don't know, I think Steve Smith. I think after Steve Smith's wicket, Travis Head came, and I think after that we never saw Bumrah bowl. So I think that is where we lost the plot. India needs Shami. I don't think Shami is going to play for the next 2 games probably, because he's still in the Syed Mushtaq Ali. I think now Bengal is now out of the tournament, so maybe Shami might be given the permission to go there or something like that. But I'm not sure if he's 100% fit to play a test match. Probably for Melbourne test he'll be there. We never know. But the important thing is you don't rush a player from injury, like such kind of an injury, get back into like these high intensity games, and which might cause further trouble to the player eventually. So we don't want that kind of thing to happen. Even if we need Shami, I think the other players have to step up. We can't keep thinking about Shami all the time. So I don't think it's a good idea to have Shami there. I think we still have bowlers with I think Mukesh Kumar is still there. Akashdeep is there, so maybe they'll swap them with either Prasidh Krishna or Akashdeep. I think Bumrah Siraj will definitely play. I think in place of Harshit Rana, I think Akashdeep will play. I guess India need 4 proper pacers, but if you are playing 4 proper pacers, the tail is way too long, and we can't rely on not one of those 4 pacers to stand and block for 10 balls. Like, I think that is something that a sad truth for the Indian bowling department, that they can't play for 10 balls. Even if it is the easiest of chances, they will never, or they can't. I mean, I've never seen these players especially stay there for a longer time. I think previously, once in a while, Ishant Sharma used to do it. Maybe Umesh Yadav used to do it, but Umesh Yadav used to hit it away anyways. Even Shami does the same, like he sees the ball, hits it, nothing new. Bumrah sometimes he tries, but it's difficult for a number 10, number 11 batter to stay there for a longer time. So if you're going for a 4-pace attack, you're ultimately cutting down your batting. So after the 6th wicket, you're done. Like after the 7th wicket, you're done. So you'll have to rely on bowlers who can't play that much batting, and you never know whether they'll stick at the wicket or whether they'll be able to defend for some time to support the other batsman. So I think it's a very risky call, if you say. So I'm not sure India will go with 4 proper pacers. So if they're going with 4 proper pacers, no, definitely not. Like the last match, if you see, we had last 2 matches we had Ashwin and Washington Sundar, who are like well equipped to play, like even in the bounce and swing and everything. They were well equipped to play, and even then we couldn't survive the last. I mean, like the tail couldn't last long. So if we are thinking of this as a tactic, I think we'll be putting ourselves in more of a risk than an advantage. Yes, the bowling might be good, never know. Like one bowler might be down for a day, or they can't bowl well for a day, but it won't guarantee you with the batting. So I think that is a very big risk to take. So what else can you think of? Like, what do you think will be the 11? Is Rohit opening or will KL open? What do you guys think? Again, that begs the question that how will Rohit play? Because he's been like fairly successful at the opening spot. But again, we saw how KL played in the first two matches. He was looking very comfortable for most part, and he played decently. But I think both are not in such great form. And if you compare both, I think KL is doing a better job than Rohit. So I think Rohit has to step up for this game. Like it has come to a point where I've seen some stat where the Gambhir Rohit partnership of captain and coach, coach and captain, have only won 2 games, the 2 against Bangladesh, and all the other games they've lost. I think they've lost 3-0 against Sri Lanka. Now they've lost 1 game against Australia. They lost 3-0 against New Zealand. So yeah, in that way I think Rohit and Gambhir had a disastrous start, except for those 2 wins against Bangladesh. But, they need to back their plans. They need to back their players. It's important for them to try to be a little bit more aggressive. I think on the field when India is fielding, I think we need that aggressive nature that Bumrah has got or Kohli has got while captaining. I think we saw that in the first match where I think most of the calls were being taken by or suggested by Virat Kohli, and that showed in the attacking intent that India was during the bowling innings. And I think we need more of that. And the Adelaide Test, we were very lackluster, you should say, like too laid back. Yeah, we'll see if the wicket falls. Otherwise, we can't do anything. Otherwise, after 15 overs or 20 overs, we'll call back Bumrah and he'll take the wickets. Luckily, we had Siraj perform well. He had his aggression up, and he did get things out from nowhere. And I think that was what we need. But again, we need it more consistently, more frequently, and I think that was where we were lacking in the second game. So we need to see a lot of that. Hello. Let's see what happens if for the third game. I think my probable 11 will be KL, Jaiswal, Gill, Kohli, Pant, Rohit. I think they'll still go with Ashwin. I'm feeling that because I think on the Gabba wicket, I think Nathan Lyon is the 3rd or 4th highest wicket taker. So, and there will be a lot of spin going on later parts of the day. If India play a lot better first innings, I think India can survive till the 3rd or 4th day. I think Ashwin will come into play. I think in the Adelaide Test he didn't have a chance to prove anything because in the first innings there was nothing and he couldn't do much. Even though he bowled very economically, it was nothing, and there was a catch dropped of him. So yeah, it was bad for him. He played a couple of 20s, I guess. So overall it will be very harsh. It was also harsh on Washington as well. He didn't do much wrong as well in the first game, so we never know. But I think I'll still go with Ashwin. And because of the left-handers in the Aussie lineup, it is better to have Ashwin than Jadeja maybe. So yeah, I think instead of Harshit Rana, I think we'll go for Akashdeep or maybe Prasidh. I guess Prasidh is good because it's good hit the deck bowler. Gabba has a lot of bounce as well. So maybe Prasidh Krishna along with Bumrah and Siraj. But going with 4 pacers. Hi, what is this channel about? Hello. This channel is about cricket, cinema, travel, and so many other things. I don't know, as of now I can't tell, but for now it is about cricket, but we have a lot of other things going on as well. What do you think, will India qualify for WTC? I don't think India will qualify for WTC, because for that to happen India has to win 2 matches, next 2 matches and a draw, which is like very, like, the odds are very difficult, so I don't think that will happen. Block this Harshit. Sorry, private chats. India will qualify. No. Shan Ball will beat SA. Mark my words. Akib Ball है ना? Shan Ball नहीं, Akib Ball. I think India has very tough chances, because had they won against New Zealand, it would have been very easy for them, because they beat Australia in one match and maybe a couple of other matches. It would have been very easy for them. But now with this, the 3-0 loss to New Zealand, I think they've made their job very hard. So as of now, I don't think it will happen. Definitely, I mean, the only other contenders are South Africa and Australia right now. In South Africa, 2 matches against Pakistan, so we'll see. I'm still on my prediction. Their prediction 4-1 tha na? 4-1 Australia. India is going to win the next match. Gill is getting 100. Gill, we want him to score 100s, yeah. I think it's important that all the others chip in as well, and it's not just a one-man innings, because those innings can't take you forward all the time. I think the first match, 2 players stepped up, Jaiswal and Kohli, so I think we need those kinds of things to happen. So yeah, it will be a good batting wicket at the end of the day, with some bounce obviously, but the first innings of India, I think there was some stat where in the first innings, in the last 6 or 7 innings, India hasn't scored more than 250 or something in the first innings of the match. So I think that is where the problem is. India has to play a very good first innings batting and then top it up with the bowling, and maybe second innings they can do well. Pakistan scored 206. Oh yeah, kya first innings? Is Shami coming back also? I think maybe Shami might join after 2 games. I mean, after the Brisbane game. I'm hoping, I'm not sure, it is not confirmed yet, but probably after the Brisbane game, I think he'll be asked to go to the Australian, asked to go to Australia. So maybe Shami might be there for the 4th and 5th matches if he's fit, of course. Team mein Shami might join for Boxing Day game. Yeah, hopefully. Can we somehow fit in Dhruv? Yeah, you have to leave out Rohit Sharma and then fit in Dhruv. Otherwise, there's no point. Have we not talking about Nitish Reddy? I think there's not much to talk about him. He's done excellent, like way more than, he's exceeded all the expectations. He's doing a great job, and if you see, it doesn't seem like he's playing his first test series or anything like that, or he's playing against Australia. So in that way, he's doing a great job. The confidence is there, and he's like total package. But there is also one problem where his bowling is not up to the mark. He has to deliver at least slightly more, because he's bowling around 120, 125, which is which is definitely not enough in the Aussie conditions. Like some of the balls he's going out over 130, but mostly around 125 or something. So I think that is where he needs to improve his game. But batting wise, I think is a great add to the team, and he's delivering whatever was asked of him when it comes to the batting department. I think the innings is started now. Started with a wide. So Rohit to open. No. I don't think Rohit is going to open. After a speech that he gave on KL, I think KL deserves one more chance. And Rohit is also not in the best of form. I thought it was good option for him to come down at number 5 or 6, because then he would have a lot more chance to see the older ball and try to play some attacking shots and get his form back. But with the amount of batting that we are doing in the first innings, I think every time he goes, it's probably a new ball, like 10-15 overs old. So I think that is where we are losing the plot. So I think again for next match, for this match, it will be KL and Jaiswal to open. After that, same Gill and all, and then Rohit will come after Pant, which was ideal for him, but he couldn't convert. You can see there are some difficulties in his technique, and you keep seeing him getting out for the same type of balls all the time. Either you get him out LBW with the ball moving in, or you can get him out by just slightly putting it on top of off and get him bowled. This has been happening for quite some time. When he's scoring runs, you don't seem to care about it, but when he gets out or when he's not scoring well, you'll definitely know that this is something that needs to be looked at. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but mostly I think it's KL and Jaiswal. Okay guys, I think we've had enough discussion. There's no point in staying. Let's stay awake the whole night and watch the match. I think we can cancel our match tomorrow because it's going to rain a hell a lot. I don't see a point going to the ground. So thank you for coming, whoever has joined the live. We'll have a discussion after day one's play, and we'll talk about it. Lots of topic. Thank you for joining, boys. If anybody has anything more to add, please comment on the video and we'll discuss in the next live. So that's it for today. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Ciao.